Before I open the hearing for the Barnstable Conservation Commission, I would like to ask George to do a roll call for the quorum purpose.
Abadili,
Present.
Foster,
Present.
Gilmore present, Hearn,
Present.
Lee,
Present.
Sampu,
Present.
Tagney,
Present.
Administrator Darcy Carley,
Present.
Staff Member Kim Kavanaugh.
Present.
Everybody's here, Mr. Chairman. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Acting under the provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, and or Chapter 237 of the Code of Town of Barnstable, the Barnstable Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, December 19th, 2023, at 6:30 p.m. for the application of Deborah A. Solsland, Elements, Trustee, Conduit House Trust Number 1. The hearing is being recorded and broadcast on the Town of Barnstable's Government's Access Channel. The plans and application are on file and may be reviewed by scheduling appointments by sending email requests to Darcy Curley at 230 South Street, Hyannis. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast on the Town of Barnstable's Government Access Channel. In accordance with the Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 20, please let the chair know if anyone is recording this meeting. Hearing none, this evening's hearing agenda is posted on the town's website. On the agenda, next to each application is the amount owed to the Town of Barnstable for the cost of advertising. Please send your checks to Conservation Division at 230 South Street before the hearing. Remote participation. The Conservation Commission public hearing will be held by remote participation as a result of an act extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency signed by the governor on March 29, 2023, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. Remote public access to this hearing shall be provided in the following manner. 1. The hearing will be televised via Xfinity Channel 8 or High Definition Channel 1072. It may also be accessed via Town of Barnstable's Government's Access Channel. 2. The real-time public comment can be addressed to the Conservation Commission utilizing the Zoom link 885-2982-1410 or use the toll-free phone number 888-475-4499 as shown on the agenda. 3rd, the public can also email the comment to darcy.curley@town.barnstable.ma.us at least 8 hours prior to the hearing. Tonight, we only have one NOI and one continuance. The NOI is Deborah A. Solsland's Alderman, Trustee, Conduit House Trust Number 1 to remove pool and patio and construct new pool and patio at 54 Point Elizabeth Point, Elizabeth Road, Conduit as shown on Assessors Map 074, Parcel 018. John?
Good evening, everyone. John O'Day from Sullivan Engineering Consulting. I'm here this evening representing the applicants. I see that one of the family members is in the meeting room with us. I will bring up the plan for you all.
Thank you.
As you stated, this project's at 54 Point Isabella Road. It's approximately a 1 acre piece of land. It's developed with an existing dwelling and an existing pool constructed around 1980. The wetland resource to the rear of the property is a bordering vegetated wetland. We also have land subject to coastal storm flowage in that backyard. And the project, as proposed and as stated, is to remove the existing pool, a corner of which the patio is infringing on the 50-foot buffer, barely, just a little, but it is, and to construct a new pool and patio area, which will all respect the 50-foot buffer. We have provided the mitigation calculations on the plan. We've shown the mitigation area. The pool fence will be pulled all the way landward. There was a planting plan that was provided. We have shown drainage on the plan, called for ozone or approved equivalent, kind of all standard conditions. We did have a comment from staff that there is a little landscape wall kind of along these steps, and was requested that we put a top of wall elevation on our engineered plan to match the landscape plan, which we are happy to do. besides that, I hope it's a pretty good and straightforward project, and happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, John. Question from the commissioner.
Oh, geez, I've lost it.
Oh, John, you have comment?
Don't say anything bad. You're still here.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I went and lost this thing. Yeah, I just had one quick question. There are 3 very large trees. None of those trees are being taken down. Is that correct, John?
No, those trees that are seem to be right along the work limit are staying.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from the commissioner?
Oh, I'm back.
So, John, I understand, we probably need a annual monitoring report for 3 years.
For the mitigation area.
Yeah. Right. Channel 18, any public comment on this?
We have Beverly Jackson and a butter here. Beverly, if you'd like to unmute.
Beverly?
You need
You're
to,
not unmuted yet, yeah.
Beverly, please unmute yourself.
Lower left side of your screen, Beverly. There'll be a microphone there, maybe.
I wasn't getting the unmute
Yeah.
signal. Okay,
Now
thank you.
Now we can
Thank
hear
you for the help. I am the nearest abutter, I believe, and I'm new to the neighborhood, so I'm not sure if I'm welcoming new neighbors next to me or if they've actually been here and they're just addressing a pool issue. I don't know. But at any rate, welcome if they're newer than me, but I'm pretty new. I'm about a year new. And I compliment all of you on working tonight so close to the holidays, so I'll try to be quick here. You just mentioned 3 large trees, and I was curious to know where those are, John.
The one I was referring to, John, was right along the work limit line.
Right.
I'm sorry, the which line?
work limit line.
There's a limit of, so the trees that I believe that you're on the left
I'm
side.
on the left side, that's right, yeah.
Looking at this. And so the
Yeah,
trees are probably
those
more
trees.
centered towards right
Oh, okay.
and
There is a pretty large wooded area between my house and their house, and my bedroom is kind of right above their pool right now, but nobody's been there using it, so it hasn't come up as a question. However, I'm curious to know if the pool is getting repositioned, is the left-hand front corner of the pool going to be in the same place as it is now?
I would say that it's actually maybe a couple feet further away from you. I don't know if you
Right.
can see on here, but this
That's what I was
sort of
wondering.
dashed line is
Yeah.
that's
I
where the
know-
existing is, and
yeah.
it's sliding over a couple feet.
I know where there's a kind of a broken down old fence there, and I know where the corner of that fence is.
Yep.
And then the pool is within that.
Yep.
But the fence seems to now be extending, it's talking about a new fence line, a 6-foot privacy screening fence. And the plan looks great, by the way, but I still have these questions. On the screening fence, what is that going to look like on my side of the fence? Is there going to be any new planting or any tall plantings along the side of the fence? Because suddenly a lot of that, what is now wooded area, is going to be opened up to open area, from what it looks like, if I'm reading this right. Is there any plan for vegetation, in other words, along the property line itself? Because there are some large trees, and they're along that they're in the area between my house and the what is the name? Sorry, the house of Deborah Sosland. There's some large trees there. I thought that's what you were referring to.
No, John, do you want to show the mitigation planting plan?
Sure, I can flip over to that.
I did go to town and got a picture of that today.
Yeah, so the plantings that we're talking about with conservation
Right.
are more focused
They're not-
on
yeah.
the
Mhm.
buffer zone to the wetlands. There is no specific plans for any additional plantings along the property line.
but I think you understand my question. Suddenly, this area between the end of the old fence and where the new fence on the left side is being positioned is much more toward my house. And there's a weird, angled line, which I know you're aware of since you did the survey work, but it's angled, very abruptly kind of across the back of my property. So I'm concerned about what I'm going to be looking at. Am I going to be staring at a 6-foot sort of fence and then a bunch of like dead trees, or what's going to happen with how that looks? Right now, it's all in the woods, so you don't really see it. But this plan looks like it's going to follow the property line quite a ways, which right now there's nothing there. There's woods and trees there, which I'm fond of. So I guess my question is there any thought about filling some of that area in, that open area, which is right behind where my bedroom is?
I think that your concern is, I haven't looked heavily beyond the fence or have a great understanding of where your yard or your windows are.
I'd be happy to show you if you can drop by. It's right there. It's
your
close.
comments are heard by us and the owners.
Right.
I'm sure
Right.
that they're conservation matters at this point.
Yeah, no, me as well. And that was what attracted me to this house and this spot, was the woods behind me. So I'm naturally being cautious about what's going to happen, how that woods is going to look all of a sudden. The plan for the pool looks beautiful, and the plantings down below all look beautiful. So obviously a lot of work and thought has gone into this, but probably not from the perspective of looking out my bedroom window, because I'm up higher for one thing. And so I am concerned that even a 6-foot fence isn't really going to cover much, because I'm quite a bit higher up. So when I look out, I see their pool.
Yeah.
The fence doesn't help me not see. I was the owner of a pool in my last location, but it was all level, and so there was not an issue about a house higher up that's looking down into the pool.
But so this one, you should discuss that with John and with the neighbor, because this is kind of like a private communication in terms of the arrangement.
I've been looking for the neighbor. There hasn't been any visible signs of anyone living there. From what I can determine, I've been watching for like a car that I could knock on the door, and I haven't seen much.
If you reach out to our office, we'll find out if we can't find a way to connect you.
Right.
Okay, that'd be great. So, you think it's in terms of the front corner of the pool, you think it's a few feet now to the right of where it is now?
Yes, I think it would probably be further from your house.
The pool itself.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all fine and good. I think it's really it's the layout of the fence that's I'm raising the question about. I think I just got all of this because I was away when the mailing came, and I just ran to town today to look at the pictures. But the new fencing is definitely closer to my property than the old one.
Yes.
Tom, this is going a little bit beyond conservation. I'm wondering.
Okay.
If they can talk privately.
That's fine. And what about
talk to John?
Could I just get Beverly's address for the record?
Sure, I'm at 40 Point Isabella Road, right next door.
Thank you.
And the other question I did have was about the large trees that are between my house and this proposed fence. How that's going to get handled. There are some big ones in there.
But they're not proposing any trees here there, though. They're not proposing any tree cutting in their area.
They're not proposing any. Okay,
no.
That answers that. So I'll just get in touch with the engineers group.
Yeah.
And talk about the fence. Okay. Sounds
Thank
good.
You.
Have a good holiday, everyone.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Channel 18, any more public comment on this?
Seeing none.
None? Could I have a motion to approve?
Peter's got his hand up, Tom.
Peter,
I've had my hand up for a long time.
sorry.
Okay, I just make it very clear that if there's, and John, I think you mentioned this, that there's no cutting in our jurisdictional area. So this concern from the neighbor, if it's outside the 100, it's outside of our purview. and you're not cutting any major trees in the 50 to 100, so it's just not something we should be talking about. Am I correct on that?
I think you're correct on that in terms of any significant trees. I don't know whether there's some screening bushes in there that are
Yeah, but no. So that's just not our concern. Good, thanks.
Okay. Could I have a motion to approve this project subject to receipt of a revised plan showing the top of the wall and some of the features that is showing up on the mitigation planting, and this is subject to a report for 3 years.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Abadili,
Aye.
Foster,
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. Hearn,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Tangney,
Aye.
Sampu.
Aye.
That's unanimous, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Good luck, John.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Have a nice
Christmas.
holiday, John.
You too.
Thank you very much.
We have one continuance, Richard Ventura. This is a continuance. Oh, let me read this. Proposed garage additions at 64 Commerce Road, Barnstable, as shown on Assessors Map 301, parcel 051. This is a continuance from December the 12th and waiting for the DEP number, and we received the DEP number as HC3-6147. Could I have a motion to close the public hearing and authorize the staff to issue the order conditions?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Abadili,
Aye.
Foster,
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. Hearn,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Tangney,
Aye.
Sampu.
Aye.
That's unanimous, Mr. Chairman.
We have two EC certificate of compliance. The first one is Richard F. and Jennifer B. Gallagher, SEC-5988. The second one is Millway Marina, Inc., SE3-4390. Could I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Abadili,
Aye.
Foster,
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. Hearn,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Tangney,
Aye.
Sampu.
Aye.
That's unanimous.
Thank you. We have two sets of minutes, November 28th and December the 5th.
I make a motion, Mr. Chairman, we accept the minutes as submitted.
Second.
Roll call.
Abadili,
Aye.
Foster,
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. Hearn,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Tangney,
Aye.
Sampu.
Aye.
That's unanimous, Mr. Chairman.
This is our last hearing for the 2023. Our next hearing is at 3 p.m. on January the 9th. Happy holidays, and thank you.
Well, we did not.
Could I have a motion to adjourn? Could I have a motion to adjourn?
No, I vote against it. So moved.
Roll move.
Second.
Roll call.
Abadili,
Aye.
Foster,
Aye.
Gilmore, aye. Hearn,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Tangney,
Aye.
Sampu.
No.
We're adjourned at 6:49.
Right.